we're good. Go ahead. Are we good? You bring your glasses?
We'll play again after they're done. You guys don't move so you can see.
Hey, I'd like to welcome everybody here to the sign dedication. This project started approximately 2 years ago after Keith's passing with Jason Gumm and his family, and now it's become a reality. And this is a really neat thing. Jason's company, along with other donations from family and friends, made this possible by purchasing this LED sign. We had MDU here, A&A, we got it all hooked up, it's up and running. We're able to run it right from the high school office. Beats putting the kid on a ladder in the back of a pickup, so I think it's a lot safer. And I'm really excited that Jason was able to come down and to do his dad's memorial. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Jason Gumm.
Thank you, Casey. I'd really like to say thanks for everybody coming out here. I know it is hot. Obviously, I dressed for the occasion. But I don't know if everybody can hear me. If you want to come closer, you're more than welcome to. I promise that I will not bite. But what a great sunny day. And I'd like to thank everybody that's braving the heat to come out here. To start out with, I think I'd like to congratulate the school district for achieving a monumental milestone of 100 years of dedicated service to Terry and Prairie County. That's quite an achievement. And to me, it's only appropriate that we are holding this ceremony alongside this milestone, because my dad was here for 42 of those 100 years. And to my recollection, that's more than anybody else in the school district's history. A true lifetime of dedicated service. Now, there are countless people to thank for making this a reality, and I obviously can't possibly name all of them. But I would be remiss if I did not thank a few on behalf of my family. First, I'd like to thank my mom for her constant reminders to get something done. Believe me, they were constant. I'd also like to thank Charlie Deischer. You know, it was Charlie who kind of presented this to us in the first place, and without him, this never would have started. I'd also like to thank Casey for picking up the ball and continuing the job to the finish line. And I'd like to thank the school board for agreeing that this dedication could happen. And to the many family members and community members who donated nearly $4,000 to this project, thank you. And I'd have to thank the Kiewit companies, and two people in particular, Keith Sasick and Doug Glazier, who are my two mentors in business. Without their personal $10,000 donation, we would not be standing here today. And finally, and most importantly in my opinion, I would like to thank all the teachers and administrators who worked with my dad all those years. I'd like to personally thank you for the great sacrifices you make every day to prepare the children of today for the challenges of tomorrow. I know firsthand that it prepared me for my future. Now, when we set out on this journey, our sole purpose was to create a permanent fixture that would benefit the school and the community while providing a lasting legacy to honor my father's contributions to education and his love for the Terriers. Which reminds me of a story that I once heard about a conversation or two between my dad and Jerry Fryboth. For those of you that don't know, my dad used to announce the football games from that crow's nest over there, and Jerry would take care of the time. And I can tell you, I personally would like to thank Jerry for making those clocks run a little faster every time we played Weibo. But anyway, the story goes, and I might be a little bit paraphrasing, but you know, they were talking about, gee, Keith, when you retire, what are they going to do? What are they going to name after you? You know, they'd look over at the Bolin building. Well, that's named after Mr. Bolin, so that one's taken. Then they'd look over at the Grandy building, named after Mr. Grandy. Can't do anything there. Well, there's the high school. You know, but the gym's named after Ray Frank. And my dad was never going to try to outflank Ray for fear of getting a red alert memo in the mail. So they decided that the only thing left to name after my dad was an outhouse. Well, I think we did substantially better than that, and I'm proud to say that this sign and this football field will forever be linked to my dad's tireless service to the Terry High School District and to the Terriers. Now, many consider my dad a tough teacher, maybe a bit callous at times. You know, after all these years of digesting it, I characterize it as firm but fair. If you respected the classroom and came to give your 100%, he would give you his 100%. His only disappointment would come when he knew that you didn't give your maximum effort. And believe me, he knew. Some of his proudest moments we're hearing from the alumni on their trips back home and how well they were doing in their careers, and that the teaching that he helped provide helped them succeed. Again, I would like to thank everybody who contributed to making this project a success, and thank everyone for their patience throughout the process. And I'd like to ask Larry Bond to come up with me and help unveil the sign, if he would. I think he's got something that can help us get rid of the tape. And I'm proud to dedicate this sign in the memory of Mr. Gumm and be the first person to officially call this field Keith E. Gumm Memorial Field. Thank you. And with that, I'd like to say again, thank you for coming out and braving the heat. It means a lot to me and my family, and look forward to seeing the Terriers go on to victory many, many more times right over here. Thank you.